it up to the bedroom door. He came back in his huge German police dog. He held the dog between his legs. He spoke to the woman. I'll tell you what to do. He began in a voice thick with desire. I'll either give you a fourth of dope, you'll freak out with Butch in front of everybody. He patted the dog on his back. Both the women stood up angrily at Tess. The larger of the two replied viciously, I'll tell you what I'll do, you black son of a bitch. I'll tell you a fourth of dope, and I'll watch your dog fuck you and your fat black ass. What about that, you freak? You motherfucker, you! And she spat at him. For a brief moment, Porky felt as though it was fear. He knew Tess was one of the most intelligent lesbians around. He searched the faces of the apartment until he saw one of the doormen watching him closely, cutting up her girl. That ain't shit, he said, with a renewed courage. If that had been a man, he'd have kicked you in the ass and took out that little funky whore and cut him up over. Tess jumped up and began to put one of the men's clothes on the floor. Porky bit his lips nervously. He didn't want to lose her business. Between her and the prostitute she kept, she spent quite a money in the wear of the week. Ever since she was released from prison, she had been using. He was sure she was strung out now. If she kept using drugs, one day she wouldn't be able to operate without the thought of having one of her girls copulate with a dog repugnant. Porky's common sense conditioned him to be patient. He grinned suddenly. Goddamn, Tess, baby. You know I was joking with you, girl. I didn't think you'd actually take me serious and get Rossio jaw, baby. He removed a $10 pack of dope from his pocket and he tossed it to her. Tess caught the pack and bit back the acid remark that she was about to make. Yeah, Porky, so long as we understand each other, she said, and smiled a knowing smile. Porky glanced in the room. Terry, who was nodding off on her dope. Her neat little dress was pushed up around her thighs, revealing golden tan skin just above her stockings. As her head dropped down on her chest, her legs parted slightly, causing Porky to catch his breath. He stared in fascination. Sliding down the seat, he tried to peep up higher under her dress. His feverish mind began to undress her until he could visualize her completely naked. He pictured a dog's large head stuck up between those beautiful thighs. And as the dog became excited, he imagined Butch biting, growling, his shaggy head shaking from side to side as blood and the bites came running down her legs. Her screams of pain then turned to moans of pleasure as he snatched the dog away and stuck his huge head in its place. Tess punched the woman in her side. As the prostitute turned to see what she wanted, she pointed over at Porky, who was deep in his vivid fantasy, suddenly becoming aware of this obscene stare. Terry closed her legs and blushed. Damn, she said to herself, you're beginning to sit just like some common whore. Legs gaped all over for any man to look under your dress. Perversely, she thought, well, the bastard sure couldn't see nothing, no matter how hard he was trying. Maybe I should open him up real wide. Maybe then the son of a bitch will see enough to get his kicks off. She turned to Minnie. Honey, I'm going to have to be getting on. I know I've got a lot of explaining to do, but I better get on home. She stood up and she opened her purse. Porky, how much is a half of a fourth? $30, Terry, but for you, baby, I'll let you have it for $25. Terry counted the money out slowly. Her father turned down the hallway and started down the hall to his room. Just make sure you don't forget about it this week, or I'll make sure you don't ever have to worry about it anymore, he answered her loudly over his shoulder as he continued away. Damn it, damn it, damn it. As she swore, she slammed on the bedroom door. I lost my high listening to him complain, she rationalized to herself as she picked up the mirror and raked up a little bit more dope left on it. After snorting it, she sat back on the bed and tried to recapture its high. It was no use. I can't even get a decent nod in this house without someone bothering me, she thought. Terry picked the pace on the floor, thinking of where she could get the money to buy another blow before giving in to work. She picked up the phone and she dialed Teddy's house. After talking to Teddy's mother, she hung up the phone, more angry than she had even been at first. Then there was one more thing she was going to do. She decided the loaning out of her car every day would have to come to an end. If she kept the car, it wouldn't be any problem running for a quick blow, she thought coldly. Once she reached the sidewalk, she began to breathe more easily. She walked swiftly, keeping one eye open on the street, watching for someone she might get a ride with. The young boy who lived down the street, he blew his horn at her, and she waved him down. She ran over and she jumped in his car, not giving him time to say no. Billy Blanks, I ain't seen you in a minute, she said quickly, giving her most charming smile. He smiled back. Hi, Terry. I've been busy with work. You know, my older brother, he got in an accident before he got killed trying to stick up for some whore out on the street. Boy, I can remember it as though it was yesterday, the way he used to act when he got all high. We used to sleep in the same bedroom. I used to watch him cook up that stuff before he shot it, you know. Billy slowed down for a light, then he continued. Every time he got high off of it, he acted just like you're doing, nodding and scratching all over the place, his voice filled with scorn. You can't tell Teddy the first time I catch up with him that I don't give a fuck where it's at. I'm going to jump his ass and break one of his legs for putting you on that stuff. You ain't none of my daddy, she answered with as much sadness as possible. And don't you go bothering Teddy just because you think you're bigger than he is. I don't know nothing about what I've been talking about, Billy Blanks. And if you say something to my father, I'm just gonna tell him you lied. She stared up at him and then added, I'm going to tell him that you hit on me. I wouldn't give you none. Give me none. Billy laughed coldly. All I gotta do is wait 6 months and then ride down on the Brush or John R. and pick you up on the corner to spend $3 with you. Dave! Dave! Get the fuck out here, Porky yelled, wiping the sweat from his brow with the back of his hand. The door opened up quickly and Dave walked out. His face twitched nervously. He could feel the muscles contract, but he couldn't control them. Guns and violence were something he had an innate fear of, but he knew better than what he was completely out of place trying to act the part of a gunman. Just a minute, Porky demanded, looking out the window. Here comes your guardian angel in disguise, running. She must be done turning a trick, because she's sure in a hurry, Porky said, and then added under his breath, that dirty bitch. Is that Terry? Is that Terry? Minnie screamed, breaking away from the man that was holding her.